Welcome back to the Dex and Randi Show, the number one show for going through the ups and downs of life. Stay tuned. We're coming up next. What's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Dex and Randi Show. I'm your host, Dex, man. Appreciate y'all being back with us for another episode of our podcast. We talk about the ups and downs of life. It's the number one show for talking through the good and the bad times in life. You know what I'm saying? But before we get into today's episode and everything we want to share with you all, I got to introduce my co-host. What's up, man?
Hey, everyone. I am Randy, the co-host of the Dex and Randi Show. How are you doing today, Mr. Basden?
I'm doing all right. Up and down. You know what I'm saying? Themes of the show. I'm up and I'm down. I'm up because it's, I'm still out of work. I'm enjoying time with family, relaxing a bit, not stressing so much about work and everything. But I know that it's around the corner. It's a lot of things on my mind, because I'm going to be real busy. And I know people probably could relate that's got like year ends or deadlines and stuff like that. But I know I got a busy month ahead. So even though I'm still on vacation, I'm starting to stress a little bit about it. Plus, I've been eating a lot. You know what I mean? I ain't been exercising the way I need to.
We have not been in the gym.
Nah,
it's been going a couple times.
We was. It's just been holidays. The holiday, you know what I mean? It's good to sit down, eat and drink and laugh and all that. But while you're doing that, you're putting on weight. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get back to it. But I'm good. You know what I mean? It's okay. I'm just trying to, navigate through the ending of vacation and the start of, investing season part 2, which is episode 54. Make sure y'all check that out. But we got a big year ahead. You know what I mean? So I know I got to be accountable to some things.
Yes. Did you write down?
No, I got to do mine. We did yours, but I got to do mine. You know what I'm saying? But maybe in the next episode, I'll talk about that. Episode 54, we talked about Randy's world and everything that she got to do in 2025. And I'll do mine for the next episode. But before we really get into anything, you know what I mean? As always, we got to give a shout out to our sponsors. Because without them, we wouldn't have no show, no podcast, no mics, no nothing. Until we start making some money through the podcast. Monetization. That's a goal for 2025.
Oh, yeah.
Grow this community. And we want to monetize our podcast because, number one, it's a good podcast. It's real. We talk about everything on there. You want to learn how to manage your money, manage your relationship with the wife, manage your situations with the kids, manage your friendships. You know what I mean? Manage your health, deal with people that go through the good and bad times, all of that stuff. Be in the community where we're sharing with each other, helping each other get through life. Like, this is dope, but we got to monetize this thing. You know what I mean? We got to grow it. So that's a goal for next year. But until then, we got to shout out.
You got to say this year.
Why I got to say this year?
Because it drops in 2020.
It's a goal forever. Straight up. It's a goal this year, next year. It's a goal because as I speak, we ain't monetized, but we about to be monetized. You know what I mean? I'm putting it in the atmosphere. I'm putting the work in. I got an amazing co-host and our show is dope. So I know it's going to happen. But until then, we got to shout out our sponsors that make it happen. Right, Ben?
Yep. Shout out to Basden Accounting LLC. Basden, Basden Accounting LLC, the number one tax accounting advisory firm in the nation.
Thank you.
I know. I don't know. I don't feel like going all deep this today.
Yeah. Your energy's low too.
I know.
Why is your energy low?
I don't know.
I know why.
I think that I know that I'm getting ready to walk into a busy season.
I know.
And I've just been like thinking about it, especially since you wrote it all down for me. Mm-hmm. And I'm conserving energy, really.
Right.
So,
but let's be real about that because on the last episode, we talked about the positives, right? We're looking at, like I just mentioned, we're growing the podcast. We got new clients. We hired new people. You know what I mean? You got a new branding engagement that you're doing for your personal brand. Like this is all exciting stuff, right? You know what I mean? And we talked about all that. But then the reality comes, which is like, yo, I got to go do these things. And even though I'm on vacation and I don't go back work for a couple of days or I don't start this thing for a week or whatever, we're being accountable. We wrote it down. It's sitting there on your computer. It's like, oh, dang, I have to go do this stuff that I said. and be diligent with it. And it could cause anxiety, you know what I mean? And I know that's what's happening because I'm enjoying these last couple of days, but I'm like, nah, if I don't go hard, like I say I'm supposed to in January, I'm going to be in a bad space in February, March,
Yeah.
my big birthday in April. Like, I just know, like, I got to like lock in. I tell my boys that I coach soccer. I always tell them to lock in mentally before the games, lock in mentally before practices. Like, there's a physical aspect to the things that you do, but the mental part comes first. The brain tells the body what to do. So if you want to approach something the right way and get it done and do it well, the mentality's got to be there. You got to be locked in and focused on what you got to do. If I lock in, that means I'm going to eat better. I got to work out more consistently. I'm got to sit here and build this business like I'm got every capability to do. You know what I mean? we got new people that we're hiring. That's great. Well, what do you think happens on day one? They got to get set up. They got to get trained. I have to be valuable to them before they can become valuable to me. You know what I mean? Especially hiring somebody. We're getting in the tax season. That's always busy, short period of time, but busy, you know, and you're doing your own thing. I still work. And it's like, we want millions this year. So it's like, how do you get there? It's hard work.
Yeah, but you got to focus. I'm going to be giving up social media outside of like business.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should do the same.
Give up social media and just
Outside of
lock in
business.
and just lock in
for
on the
real.
business part.
Yeah.
Yeah. No more aimless scrolling or nothing like that. Mind you though, hold on. Talk about aimless scrolling. Sometimes aimless scrolling is not too bad. So we can come back to what we were just talking about. But listen, yo, if you're listening, what we're basically talking about right now is like the season ahead and the challenges in it. But what we want out of it is a whole lot of success. We want to make more money than we ever made. We want to have a much larger platform, a monetized platform, a lot larger audience that's tuning in. You know what I'm saying? All these kind of things. We want to be successful. Success comes with some things, you know what I'm saying, that we don't have to deal with right now, which number one is not that many people know who we are. We have a lot of privacy, safety in our life. You know what I'm saying? We can take our kids to the grocery store. Nobody's trying to take pictures of them or nothing like that. Like it's so many things that allows us to be rich in our life that we don't have to worry about because we're not like famous yet. But I was scrolling on Instagram and I came across this like 2-minute clip from this boxer. Her name's Clarissa Shields. Have you ever heard of her? You never heard of Clarissa Shields?
I don't think so.
So she's we get sidebar, but she's the boxer that's apparently with Papoose now, Remy Ma's ex-husband or whatever.
Okay.
Don't mean nothing to you. All right, but anyway, look. So she's a famous, probably like the best woman boxer ever. Her or Layla Ali, depends who you talk to. But anyway, she was talking about success and how much stuff she did for her family and stuff when she got successful. So like her mama got a house, her sisters got houses, cousins got houses, uncles got houses, people got cars. You know what I'm saying? People got money from her. People got investments into their businesses and then their ideas and all that, like she gave a lot to everybody. And then she was talking about how so many people don't like her now. The same people that she did so much for, she was talking about how it feels like they're not in her life anymore. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even like her, let alone be close. Like they don't like her. Something's wrong. So anyway, she said something to me. I wrote it down in my phone because it kind of stood out to me. But the person was interviewing her. They was asking like, well, why do you think it actually went wrong with these people, even though you was doing so much for them? You know what I'm saying? Why did it go wrong? And she said that she had to learn that people don't want what you give them. They want what you have. So I was thinking like, I ain't never thought of it like that. But if we do, when we do blow up and we're successful, like we're not going to be able to replicate our success for somebody else. They're not going to be able to just come and have our life. We work for it. You know what I'm saying? We had to earn it. We had to go through a lot of stress and everything to do it. So what we could do is let other people benefit off our success. You know what I'm saying? We can do things for people, give to people, but it's always going to be a line that we ain't going to go cross. because we got to protect our own success and our own money and our own stability. You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of made me think like, well, you really can't care about what people think. And like right now, there's certain people that's not asking us for a new car or for help with their mortgage, and like they wouldn't even think to ask us. That's like a blessing. No, because I'm perceived just like you, like I'm a commoner and I ain't got money like that, and we're all in it together. But all of a sudden, if I'm doing really, really well, it don't mean people just gonna come and be like, congratulations.
Yeah. But I think that with us, I think the people that are close to us will be happy for us. But I think it's the ones that we may not hear from like that, that might try to, oh, how you been? Try to pop up. Like,
you think so?
I do.
You don't think it would be anybody that's really close to us that wouldn't be close with us anymore?
I don't think so. Because I feel like for our inner circle, like our family and our close friends, I feel like they want to see us win.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure people feel like that. I want to say
people that's like close, like inner circle.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. But it don't mean that like a associate or. I mean, we have different definitions to friends and associates.
But I would also say though, I think you agree with me to a certain extent because you wouldn't let everybody know just how successful you are.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
And that's because you want to make sure you take them steps in place to protect these relationships that mean something to you. That's why you don't tell your closest family members, no matter what, if you won $300 million in the lottery, you're not going to tell them. Even though you might want to tell them, even though you're telling me you believe that they want to see you succeed and this, and that, you probably wouldn't tell them.
I ain't telling nobody.
It's a reason for that.
But they would benefit off of it.
Right. But that's my point.
Yeah.
But that's going back to what Clarissa Shields said, which is we would have to make sure that people benefit from our success, but not let it ruin the relationships. And that's kind of what you're doing. We're not telling them you won the lottery.
Yeah.
Because you automatically introduce, well, you gave me this, but why not this? Why not that?
Exactly. And you doing this, you making this.
Why didn't you do that? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it just kind of caught my eye. I was just scrolling through Instagram and it just had me thinking like, am I really ready for this success that we're trying to go on? Like if we're trying to make millions and blow our podcast, it's easy to come into this podcast studio all the time and just expect what usually happens to happen. We got people in some other countries watching it. Well, whatever. People's liking some of our stuff, but nobody's going outside and saying, oh, you're Randy? You're Dex? I know your podcast. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like bumping into people all the time. But am I ready for the day that happens?
I think it'll be fine. Because you got to think like people be famous as I don't know what on social media, Instagram, whatever. Mm-hmm. And in the real world, you don't know these people.
True.
Like, I'm just saying, I just found out who Mr. Beast was, and he's the number one followed person on YouTube.
That's you, though.
Well, I'm just saying that's many people. So, and even so, like just because the business, like this podcast is the business, just because the business got money don't mean we do. The business made millions. That don't mean I'm paying it out.
True.
So
that's true.
Yeah.
You think you're ready for this success thing?
Absolutely. My mind is made up.
All right.
As you can see on the last episode, I invested into my personal branding.
Yeah, which you started now.
Which I started this morning and I said, you know what? I'm going to spend 1 hour a day on my personal brand. And
that's a sacrifice right there.
But that's why I've been like, even now talking about it, it feels intense because I have to dedicate an hour a day to the brand. I have to dedicate 20 hours a week to the seasonal part-time tax position. Still got to run Basden. Still got to run Quiet Money. Still got to do my wife thing. Still got to do my mom thing. And I still got to find a way to take care of myself. Like I can't be walking around here looking raggedy.
Right.
Got to find time in the gym. And got to eat better. So that means meal planning. So like, yeah, it's becoming real. And yeah.
You know how easy it's going to be to just fall into the usual?
I know.
And not be no different.
But I'm tired. I fall into the usual every year.
I know. But I'm just saying, like, you know how easy it is? Like, it's so many people. Like, I hope y'all listening. Like, everybody's got all these big goals and dreams and how they're going to be different. And we all know the gym's going to have like 300 more people in it. Only first day is opening next year. Like, But it's so easy to just fall back into what you always did. It's so comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
But can I ask you a favor?
How many? I mean, this is just one of many, I'm sure. Go right ahead.
You're my husband.
I know who I am. I know I am.
Anyway,
what's up?
Would you lead me?
Lead you where?
And as far as making sure it's straight.
Of course.
The gym. Like making sure you said how easy it is just to fall back into the normal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm asking you to lead it.
I got you.
Lead
I got you. I got you.
But we have to work together.
Oh,
I need
yeah.
help meal planning. I'm tired of cooking everything.
Yeah, I know. I used to cook a lot, yo, and then I stopped.
You just stopped completely.
I did. I don't know why, but I did. I need to restart.
Why did you stop?
I have no idea because I used to cook a lot.
Yeah.
And then I stopped.
You cook better than anybody in the house.
And then I stopped.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why. I need to fix that. And now I'm got comfortable not doing it. And ordering out, just bad habits, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. But it is easy to fall back into the same old.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we don't make the progress year after year that we want to.
Mm-hmm.
So
if y'all
it's got to be different.
Yeah, for people out there that's listening though, you ain't on your end. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to change. You know what I mean?
And if you don't believe them, you can look at my Instagram. You'll see seasons of me working out every day.
Mm-hmm.
And then it go quiet like now.
Yeah, and you know what though? And the people that you be seeing, like, you know, not everybody, but people you see online and stuff that seem like they're doing well all the time. Everybody has tough moments, you know what I'm saying? Everybody looks around and they're 5 pounds, 10 pounds heavier than they wanted to be, or 20 pounds or whatever, or they're not as healthy, they're not as energetic. Like, we go through peaks and valleys in our life, you know what I mean? If you just gotten out of a relationship, you've been with this guy for like 8 years or whatever, but in first couple weeks afterwards, you may not want to work out. You know what I'm saying? You might be more on the eating or feeling sad or going out drinking with your girlfriends. Whatever the case, you may not be doing the same workout routine in the first couple weeks because you just went through a life event. And it's hard to respond back and still do those things. Imagine if you was going to the gym with your boyfriend or with your husband for years. Now all of a sudden you got to go alone. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff be happening. Holidays come around. Just like everybody's wants you to visit their house and have their version of mac and cheese. Like, and it be good and it's right there in your face and the liquor's there and like it's easy. I mean, before you know it, the sugar's activated. And now every day you want that little sweet treat that you was saying no to a little easier a couple months ago. But you got to recognize, ooh, like I'm in a little spot. I think that's one thing that is helping us though, that because we've been up and down and we do really care about being better over long term, we do recognize like, oh, this is a little bad spot.
Yeah, it's called backsliding.
Yeah, but not everybody not everybody recognizes like, hey, this is a moment that I need to stop.
Well, all you got to do is take a picture. If you have somebody else take a picture and then you look at it, and you know.
Yeah, or you could always bump into somebody you ain't seen for a while. They'll let you know.
Nah, I think that's only Bermudians.
Well, I'm Bermudian. You know what I'm saying? But if you bump into somebody from Birmingham you ain't seen for a while, that's the first thing they gonna see. Hey, look at you. You got a little heavy, right? You look healthy. You look real healthy. Nice and full. You be like, full? What you mean nice and full? I don't like that. You know what I mean? But that's culture. You know what I'm saying? And that's good. And the thing is, you could be looking amazing, 6-pack, body fat, low percentage or whatever. They'll still give you the same compliment. Hey, you look good, you know. It don't matter how good, really good, a little good. You either look trash and you fat, or oh, you look good. You're really taking care of yourself. You look well. I'll tell your mama I said hi. And that's
they
it.
Speak on it.
You know what I mean? That's Barmy for you. They don't go too far over and be like, hey, what you been working out? What's your diet? Like, no. They're just gonna say, oh, you look good. And then they just gonna let you know if you puffed up.
Can we go to Bermuda this summer?
Yeah, why not?
We haven't been since 2019.
Yeah, you know why? Had immigration issues.
COVID, really. That started it. Then immigration.
then immigration, green card didn't come and all that. But now I could travel and I can get back in the States. So yeah, we should do that. You know what I mean?
We should. It's been a minute.
Mm-hmm. Well, we coming out of the holiday season. How was your event the other night? Randy went to this, what was it, Cocoa and Conversations situation. Yeah. How'd that go? Tell us a little bit about that. What was it?
So it was an event at my friend's house where you have males and females and you can ask any question. So like you write your question down anonymously, put it in a jar, and then somebody reads it. So I actually like those type of events.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have liked this one more. Like I like the event itself, but the questions, I mean, I don't know. I think it was like the men. It's not even the questions. It's the men. It's like they had this mentality of men. It's a men's natural nature to cheat.
Oh, you love that.
So if you're in a relationship, you should expect to get cheated on. Men think with their, it's a family show, so I don't want to say it, but with their
this a family show?
This show, yeah. If we do anything explicit, we have to mark it as explicit. So I don't want to.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
But it was just, most of the questions were about sex. And it's just like the quality of men. I was just like, I'm not even going to offer my insight. But it was interesting to hear people talk back and forth. But I'm like, I'm clearly the minority.
So the women weren't feeling the way about it. I mean, I'm thinking we all adults. It's open conversation.
It was open conversation, and the women were feeling some sort of way about it. Mm-hmm. But the men was just blowing me.
Did you ask any questions or anything?
They didn't get to my question, but my question, if you want to know.
Yeah, what's your question?
My question was, men, what is your favorite hairstyle to see on a black woman?
Oh, I like that. I can't answer it since this is a family show. I can only answer it a certain type of way. But that's what's up.
Yeah, that was my question. So, but it was just like, I don't know. I just felt like they were all cheaters and hoes and and I can't even say them all, but it was the loud ones. That's what I was saying. I was just like, but the event was cool though.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So, but I don't believe that.
You don't believe what?
Because I said something. I was like, you don't know. Like the guy behind me, I was like, you just don't know what a healthy relationship is.
Oh, you said that?
Yeah. I'm like, because there was one guy.
So people were married? Anybody was married then?
I don't know. But the guy was trying to say like, it's in a man's nature to cheat. And then there was one guy who went against him. And I don't know, like he was even further back. And he was like, oh, you just saying that. He was like, you a simp. You just saying that because all these women here. So I'm like, why do he need to say it? Because we hear, like, maybe he believes what he's actually saying. So, and I was like,
the guy who said that not every man cheats.
Yeah.
He was saying like he faking because he's trying to get in the good graces of the women.
Exactly. And I'm like, how do you even know that? So then I was like, this is some low frequency. I don't even talk like this, but it's not even worth me voicing my opinion because I just don't believe that.
Hey, so y'all, do you think old men cheat? Let us know in the comment. You know what I'm saying? Do old men cheat? Yes or no? I'm going to say no. Because to say old men cheat, that means every relationship that's out there, the man's going to cheat at some point or he has cheated. I will say, though, where this getting to and about men, I think some of the things he was saying in a man's nature is probably true of being in that area where you could cheat, you know what I'm saying? Or you could be attracted by other people. But I don't think that just applies to men. That applies to women too. I think in every relationship, anybody could cheat because there's things all around you all the time that could catch your eye, you know what I'm saying? That could look good to you. It could. I don't think everybody that you see since the day you married me looks like a black can of paint. They ugly. No, but it's not something you would go about doing or desire doing because you're happy and you're married and you love your spouse or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's why people move in certain ways, try to stay out of certain circumstances and all of those boundaries and stuff that you like to talk about. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have them. You know what I mean? But the Bible lets you know that it's a man's nature to want one thing that he can't have. Like, that's true. Like, that's just the beginning of time. Like, I give you everything, but you can still be tempted and want the one thing you can't have. But the interesting thing is that women have something to do with that. You know what I'm saying? The woman's the one that was like, hey, come try this thing over here. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting how that happened. God gave us the one thing that he said was missing, and that's the one thing that led us astray. Why do you think that is? That's a question to ask God one day. You know what I'm saying? Because why is it that the one thing that was missing, because everything was perfect, you know what I'm saying? The one thing that was missing was a woman, a companion. You know what I mean? The one thing that was missing is the one thing that introduced things getting bad. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Just that one little thing that could take you off your path or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting.
It is interesting, especially because he's God, so he knows what's going to happen.
Right. But I think that's, some people would go down questions like that and let it take them to like, oh, I'm not going to believe in God. I'm not like, no, but there are certain questions that nobody could really answer but God. That's one of them. Like, yo, you said I needed a woman. So what would have happened if he didn't give the woman? Would he have wanted some fruit or without her? Like, it's very interesting. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm getting off topic. But no, but it's interesting. I think that, every guy or girl could cheat. You know what I'm saying? And I do think guys are more physical. We are more physical. We do need more to cheat. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I would say not more. We need less than women for the most part, in my opinion.
Hey, that's exactly what they were saying.
It's true, though. Like, in my opinion, you as a woman, for the most part, won't just see some fine guy and be like, I'm going to go do something because this person is so attractive. Like, that's not it. Guys will be like messed up because somebody's so fine that they're activated. I already know this is true because let's talk about this. I didn't know what we was getting poured about today, but the Lord is blessing me. Let's go. But you talk about it all the time. Like, I think you think I'm a good looking dude, hopefully, or you should have married somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But you tell me all the time, like, yo, you want to go get busy or whatever in the bed or whatever, you want to do this. Spend some time with me. You know what I'm saying? Spend some time with me.
Spend some time with me.
I don't feel like we're connected. We haven't talked. We haven't been dating. How many times have you asked me? Have you told me I'm pretty today? This, yeah. Today? No.
Yesterday?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Don't play with me. Yes, I did. But not today. But you do look pretty today. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And you always say we're not connected. So that means you need more, even with your husband, to go let it pop off. You need more. I can't just show up looking good in a suit or whatever, and I ain't spoke to you all week, or I ain't told you you're pretty all week, or I ain't, held you or talked or watched TV or whatever. Quality time is not enough for you, right? You see what I'm saying? It's not enough. You need more to be connected to activate that I want to go jump on them type situation. Well, what do you think would happen to cheat? If I'm your husband, look, if I'm your husband and you need that from me, imagine what somebody else would do to trigger you. They're not just coming around in a six pack and you're going like that, because that wouldn't even work here. And you're near me from Jump Street. You need more. Women need more. Women want to feel like you are there. You're listening to them. The special. The women are very territorial too. You know what I'm saying? So they want to know that they're the finest woman in the world, and no other woman in all of the universe can ever compare. And that's how you want to feel. And then you want to jump. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's harder for y'all to cheat. It's way harder. But if you get hurt, or that guy you love did you wrong, now that effort thing has been activated, Randy is queen of the, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you want to cheat.
Oh, you want to cheat. Randy will double and do her thing and,
No, I think that in the past, I probably would have cheated back.
Yeah.
But now I'd be like, well, at the end of the day, I'm going to be judged for what I do here on this earth. And you committing adultery is not me committing adultery.
Right, but that's your Christian walk, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's your Christian walk. But separate from that, which is extremely important, I'm just talking about the differences between what they was talking about and like cheating and that type of thing. Like you would need the Lord to give you your own and have your own independent reason why you wouldn't want to do that. But the same facts would get you attracted to a man, or at least, in that area of like, I might do something because I've been hurt or I've been neglected or that type of thing like that. So it's just a difference. I think that's why it's easier for guys to cheat. I think he was right about that.
Your perspective.
No, I think he was right about that. But to say all guys cheat, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. Let me tell you, y'all man, listen to me out here, right? Listen to these 3 things. If you disagree, you're married or whatever. If you got a wife she respects you, you feel respected all the time. She gives up the physical to you, spends time to be physically intimate, whether that is sex or touching or whatever the case. But the physical part is good. She respects you and y'all communicate. You're happy. And she feeds you. 4. Probably feeding first. That's it. Every guy would be happy. My wife, fine. We ain't got no problems in the bed. She respects me because the respect is very important. You know what I'm saying? She respects me and she feeds me. Most guys are happy with that. There's 3 basic things. You know what I'm saying? You feed me in many ways, not just physical, spiritually, you feed me, mentally, you feed me, financially, you definitely feed me. You know what I mean? That's not what you feed me right there. But I got what you're saying. But now the attitude debate was saying it's not the debate.
I was just like, this is not a safe place.
Yeah. They weren't saying it the right way.
So I'm going to chill and I'm going to listen in.
Yeah. So would you go to the event again with me? Maybe I can come? Because I like the concept of it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. I've been to that event before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's cool.
Yeah. One thing that's happened to me, not this week, but like over the last 2 weeks, because guys know I'm a proud man in therapy. You know what I'm saying? But my therapist is leaving and she got another opportunity somewhere else, which was great. Business is business. But then, I'm just been kind of realizing like, I got to get a new therapist. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm like, I actually like the therapist I'm got. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I had somebody where y'all listen, all of us need somebody to talk to. That's what I'm realized with therapy though. Like sometimes a lot of y'all, you need somebody to talk to, and the only people you can talk to are people that's got an opinion or people that's got some type of connection to you already. But when it's somebody that's just got like a blank slate and everything they say to you is like non-biased, they don't know nobody, they not connected on the wife's side of the family or the cousin side of the family or none of that. Like they're just separate. It's like the best thing. Like even if you don't agree with what they recommend you to do, getting that out to somebody that ain't gonna just judge you is like, that's what she's gave me. So now I need to find a new therapist and I'm not looking forward to it. I realized how much my existing therapist was good for me. You know what I'm saying? Cause she just found a way to like get me talking and which is very, very easy to talk to. And I always like, example of her being non-biased, but I always like how she would be like, she would give me some homework and she would like, just give it a try. Let me know what you think. And if I didn't think it helped or whatever, I'll be like, all right, no. But she'd never be like, this is what you should be like. She'd be like, just try it this way. Go to your wife and try to have a conversation with her this way. Just see what happens. You know what I'm saying? She always say that. She'd be like, the times I got the homework from you and she was like, why don't you just ask your wife, what does she think about your career? What does she think about you? Just ask her. And I'm like, okay. And then I did. No, it's a good thing I did it. You know what I mean? But now I got to find a new therapist. So y'all, I'm going to keep y'all posted. But if you're a man out there, you out there working, busy, got kids like me, you know what I mean? Got a wife, got a girlfriend, got to take care of your bills, got to take care of child support, whatever. Like you're just going all the time. You're driving a truck 20 hours a day. You know what I mean? Trying to get your business off the ground. Like it'd be a lot on a man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need somebody to talk to. And it's not your wife or your girlfriend or her friend. You just need somebody to talk to get it out of your head, out of your spirit as a man and be able to get organized and get focused. So I have to find somebody new. But I appreciate her for what she's did for me, for sure. You know what I mean?
Me too.
So that's been a change.
Yeah,
but,
I don't think it's easy to find a good therapist, though. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes you have to go through, like you lucked out.
Yeah, I did.
Sometimes you have to go through a few.
Yeah, because remember before this one, I tried and they just wanted to put me on medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was just like, all right, I ain't gonna do it. But yeah, this time I actually hit somebody that was really, really good. So we'll see how that goes. I keep y'all posting on that. What else has been going on? So let's talk for a couple minutes. On our podcast, like I told y'all, ups and downs of life, me and Randy, we do everything together. Finances is always a big thing. So I just want to talk a little bit. We've been doing some starting our wealth planning with some financial, I guess you could call them financial advisors or whatever the case is. So we had another meeting with them like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks, I think. And I just want to ask y'all a question because it was eye-opening to me. But how many of y'all are really ready for like retiring? Or how many of you are really ready for being able to sustain your lifestyle as you get older and you can't work the same way? Or like how many of you is ready to have a lifestyle that can continue to go on after you? Where like your life ain't like a B+ level. And then once you're gone, everybody you love, your wife and your kids now get D+ level because you didn't plan. You know what I'm saying? Like how many of you guys are living outside of just today? Where you're just thinking about what you got to do today? Are you really ready for the future? And I could say, well, not. One of the things that was eye-opening for me in the second meeting we had was when they were showing me like going into my 40s and 50s, how I ain't really got no money. No money for what we're trying to do. I ain't got no money to last. If something happened to me, it's not enough money for you to be able to go forward and live past a certain age.
Yeah.
I ain't got enough insurance. Like I just started seeing like, oh, I'm doing well, but I'm not doing well where everybody that I love is going to be good once I'm gone, or not even once I'm gone, but like once I'm not able to do exactly what I do now.
If something were to happen to you right now, like some sort of disability, car accident, then we'd be short.
Very short.
That was very eye-opening to me too. Like, your income, it's not, whatever you have, it's not going to last that long. And I'm like, dang, I always thought about life insurance as far as when you pass away. Okay, well, we can pay off the house. Like we have enough coverage. Well, I thought we did to make certain moves. Whichever spouse, passes first.
Right.
But seeing like, oh, but what if he gets injured and he can't work?
Right.
I'm like, oh.
What happens?
Right. I hadn't thought about that one. So I really enjoyed that type of planning.
Yeah.
I really did. So.
And the thing is, we have our own clients. We're their financial advisors. Listen here, we're getting advice from other people with our own finances too. We have a lot that we want to do this year. We just was talking about that. It's okay for us to not be our own financial advisors. It's okay to bring somebody else to help us and take that off of our plate and teach us some things that we didn't even know about personal financial planning, not business. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? And everything that, the other thing that was interesting was, and we told you guys on this podcast about how our businesses are doing well, which is great. It's a blessing, but everything was projected off of personal income. So the business wasn't even in there. Now, because the business is doing pretty well, I can see how it massages and camouflages, or whatever the word is, some of our financial shortcomings as individuals, because the businesses, they're doing this thing. But you separate it out, it's like, oh, snap.
Right. The business income and the business expenses weren't in there outside of our salaries that we pay ourselves. And to be honest with you, a lot of expenses legally, we're business partners. We do stuff together. So, but a lot of the stuff, if we didn't have the business, we wouldn't be able to run it through the business.
Right.
So we benefit off of a business because we're partners. We can have our business meals. We can travel together, on the business. But if we didn't have that,
be a big situation.
Yeah.
So it was just really eye-opening. And, if y'all listening, like, you need to do this. Like, we're young. I'm in my 30s still, holding on for dear life, Ran this early 40s, 40 to be exact.
I'm 41.
41 to be exact. Oh my gosh. Anyway, she beautiful. She ageless to me, but that's terrible though. She's 41. Hello. But but you just had your birthday, chill. But yeah, that's terrible.
There's no excuse.
It's definitely not. We was on here talking about how good the food was and the night out or whatever. It was terrible. That's absolutely terrible. That's fine. But anyway, getting somebody to help us is really opened our eyes, and we're gonna keep talking to y'all about this. But you need to do this at home. Don't put it off. you need to start financial planning. You can reach out to Basden Accounting to get you started on some of this. We'll recommend you probably to somebody else depending on what it is, but you need to be prepared for your future. You need to at least do an impact assessment. Like, I didn't even know if we could go forward with these guys in any type of way, but do you know where you really stand? How much coverage you have insurance wise? How much, what's the word, disposable income you have or not? You know what I mean? How much insurance do you need? Thinking about inflation and cost over time. What if the amount you make never increases or continues to increase on that same rate that it is now? You start to see like, oh, I'm gonna have challenges in the future. You can start to plan for it. You know, it may feel really good now, but I'm on this path where it's not going to feel so good in 10 years.
But you know what? I do like how they did take like our monthly expenses and stuff and they redirected. So we're paying money towards different savings and life insurances and stuff now. And they took it and they repackaged it, like more coverage, different types of insurances for about the same rate.
Right. Consolidated some stuff. Yeah, and we get more out of it.
Though.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah,
but now we got to make decisions like, do we keep what we already have? Like, definitely go with them for what they recommended, but are we going to cancel what we already had?
I think some things I'll probably keep.
So,
and maybe some things we can.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
We got to really talk about that, as well as our 2025 company outlook.
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to that conversation with you. Because we're going to look at it and be like, this is how we going to make millions. I know that's going to be a part of it. So how are we going to do it this year? Yo, we got to grow this podcast. First and foremost, we really got to grow this podcast. I'm looking forward to having some more guests in the new year. You know what I mean? The guests that we have, I love doing that so much. They have so much to share. And all of us are out there going through the ups and downs of life. So like, if you are out there trying to be successful, if you're out there just trying to take care of your family, trying to take care of your finances, trying to be a little bit better this month than you were last month, like you're on this up and down journey of life, you need help. You know what I mean? We need help. Like, there's so many things that happen every single day that we look around and we don't know exactly what to do. You know what I mean? Whether it's family, whether it's with your kids, it always helps to be able to talk to somebody and share with each other. That's why I want our platform to be like the biggest thing. Can I dream real quick?
Yeah. Sure.
This is what I want for 2025. I'm going to just say it like this. This is what I want for 2025. And I assume this will come in monetization and all that. But I literally want our show to be something where somebody could reach out to us live or leave us a bunch of comments and ask us for help with something and we can help them out. And our show incorporate, I'm just throwing it out there. Remember, let's see how if this happens. But our show incorporates even a segment or something where we go through things that we heard from people. I want to hear from people. So I want to be like, hey, Sally in Idaho left this comment about this.
So
I want to do that.
Well, we have to, that's the thing. Like, we have to have a platform to build the community. Like, you always talk about building a community, but we don't have a platform.
So what platform would you think would be good for us?
I mean, we could use Facebook.
Facebook.
I'm just like, look.
Hey, yo.
Hold on. Don't be asking me at my opinion and shut me down.
I'm not shutting you down.
I said Facebook.
I was curious. I was surprised.
I'm just saying, I'm just thinking about what we already had.
Okay.
That's all.
So walk me through this, yo. You might help somebody else who don't know. How we grow this community with Facebook? How would that work? Okay. You're seeing people have communities on Facebook? What are you talking about, like a Facebook group?
Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking about what platforms we already have.
I'm not putting any pressures on you, babe. I'm just curious. You mentioned
know how to grow a community. We can hire somebody to teach us.
We're doing a lot of hiring lately.
Hey.
But we are gonna have somebody to help us with our social media and stuff.
I know.
So we didn't mention that, but we do got some.
So with my branding,
but hold on,
I'm about to learn how to build one.
But can I announce this though, or do we need to get it signed first?
What are you gonna announce?
That we got an intern coming.
You already talked about that before.
Did I?
I think you did. Yeah.
Okay. Well, even if I did, we got an intern coming. Very excited about that, and I know the intern could probably help us with some stuff of our social medias and give us some ideas and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So we can see. I do want to grow this community. But that's back to what I was saying for Randy got spicy with me. I really want this to be part of something big, where we talk to people all the time. They talk to us and we learn from them just like they learn from us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much stuff out there, and I just want this to be the place that we talk about it. I want a new podcast studio, talk about podcast studios. First of all, Mickey, the word is Mickey. Randy don't want me to talk about this. But anyway, for about a year or so, we had some mice coming in and out the house and, trying to figure out how to get rid of them. And 1 minute we think we got rid of them. We call one, then one shows up and we hear something or see some droppings. It's been a little bit of a situation, but it's okay. So anyway, we thought we got rid of the mice. And there was one that Randy saw run across the floor slowly but fast enough for her to see it. Is that the right way to say it, man? Why are you mad at me now?
Go ahead.
But anyway, these mouse ran across, so we call this exterminator guy, but I'm going to give him fast forward the story. So he comes in, is kind of telling us where they might be coming in and what he could do, whatever. And he says, let me go look up in your attic. And I said, all right, cool. So I showed him where the attic was, right? And of course, this is one of them examples of like God sending people to share things with you that you might need to hear, and you don't know who it's going to come from. But anyway, the guy walks into here, and he's about to go in the attic, and he looks around. He was like, oh, you got a podcast? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, that is so amazing that you did this with this room. And he was looking around, looking at the mics. Honest, I don't know if I told you this, but he was looking at the mics and everything. And he was just like, wow, you guys really have your own podcast. What's it about? And I started telling him, I was like, me and my wife, we talk about the ups and downs of life. We talk about finances and family and relationships and all the stuff that we're involved in. And he was just like, wow, you're really leaving your own legacy. That's really cool. And then he went up in the attic. But in that moment, I was like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I heard many people, whether they related to me or not, friends or not, to take the time. There's been a few, I won't say nobody supported, but for some stranger to just be like, that's really dope. Like what you did, and recognize that we're leaving a legacy, and really liked what we had did with this room. And I just thought that was like a little nugget for me to be like, yes. Cause that's why did we do this? You know what I'm saying? Why does this matter to us so much? It's our legacy. It's our thoughts. It's how we believe and have certain beliefs, and we want to share and leave this for our kids and stuff. And that's what we're doing ultimately. So I was just dope that he said that, And I haven't seen any mice since, knock on wood, but I thought that was really nice of him to say, you know what I'm saying? And I said, thank you, you know what I mean, for doing the podcast with me. And when we look back and see how much we're growing and everything, it's going to be just like anything else we did. We're going to be like, do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I remember taking the racks down.
Yeah.
Patching the walls.
Putting the soundproofing in
that
here.
we already had.
Yeah.
Getting the sound.
Pictures we already had of our inspiration, your grandparents, my grandparents, light that we already had, computer that we already had. These chairs, no. But we needed these.
This table I got out the
we
trash.
already had. Right. Table that was in the trash. Brought it back out. Resurfaced it. Looks very nice here in the corner.
Hold on. You said brought it back out.
Yeah. We was about to get rid of this one right there.
No, we literally got it out of somebody else's trash.
This one?
Yes.
Did we?
Yes. The neighbor sat it outside
this
for
was
trash.
Outside.
Yes.
Oh, that's it. Yo. That's how much we believed in the vision, yo.
Set it outside for trash day. I was like, hold on. That table look kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I am looking forward to moving in 2025. That's one of my biggest goals. That would mean a new podcast studio.
I want a new podcast studio.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For where we're going, we need that. For sure.
I would like a podcast studio and a home office.
Mm-hmm.
Like just for, like we do have to work from home sometimes. So it would be nice to have a home office.
And I think when we start dropping our videos, I want a little different visual. Even though this visual's fine, it'd be nice to have a little bigger studio. And I want us to be able to have guests, but also have you be visible. Remember, we had our one guest.
Well, you know what? I don't think that I need to be.
Why don't you want to be Randy? Hey, look. Randy does not want to interview guests with me.
Because I'm not, that's just not me.
And you know what?
I don't think it's a strength of mine. I think that you're the talker, clearly.
Hey.
No, I'm just saying you can pull that thing out of people.
I love you for that.
Me, I would just be like, let me do my production thing.
That's all right.
That's all. Let me utilize my strength.
I love you for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got to be all up.
But do you know that what you just did, a lot of couples can't do, you know? Like, if you wonder why me and you keep working out and lasting and stuff, you can go be great on your end. I could be great on my end. We're not always trying to overstep each other or having to share in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's no, but I'm just saying, you don't realize, and I know we ain't got the time to really talk about this, you know that some relationships don't work out because of envy and jealousy between each other. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when I was talking about us getting bigger, we don't know what that looks like. When I was talking about the Clarissa Shields thing, that in our head could look like me and you tomorrow together are both huge. But that might not be the case. It might be something tomorrow where Randy, the EA expert, you know what I'm saying, is what everybody knows. And who everybody knows, Randy from the Dex and Randi Show. And I'm just your husband, the guy that be talking a lot. You see what I'm saying? But the pictures that they want is of you. You never know how it's going to go. So, but I feel amazing because I already know, like, me and you, we don't have that. So I appreciate that because you could literally be like, no, well, you're going to interview somebody. I want to be a part of it. I should be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? You want to do this branding thing. I should be a part of it. But no, I ain't trying to limit your greatness. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy though? Like, I don't know. I kind of feel like I don't even really want to be famous.
I don't want to either.
Which kind of goes against everything that we're doing.
I know.
We need listeners and followers.
But I don't necessarily want to be famous neither.
Yeah.
But you know why though? Because the things, like, again, I've said this before, but like the things that mean ultimately the most to us, we already have. And the things that we want to protect. So we want to do more. We want to make more money. We want to have an impact in the world, of course, but not at the expense of these jams that we already got. And we know that being famous puts that at risk a little bit. That's all.
Yeah. Well,
think about it.
I'll be famous doing me and being authentic. So no matter what anybody pulls on me, like, oh, you used to do this, or I know her from this, I'm be like, yeah, I talked about that on episode.
Yeah, and exactly.
So you ain't gonna be able to use it against me.
And I'm gonna be doing a whole lot of blocking. Anybody say something about my wife, kids, or whatever, blocking.
Are you gonna respond?
I clap back a little bit, but that's just me. I have the time now. If it's 20,000 people in my comments, I ain't clap back at everybody. I got things to do, but you know, sometimes you gotta. Sometimes here and there, it's good to clap back. It's rejuvenating. You know what I'm saying?
Not me. I'm a delete.
Nah, I clap back a little bit. You know, especially when you click on. Usually, the person that leaves the harshest comment on something, I be seeing on celebrities page all the time. Somebody will come back in and be like, Beyonce looked absolutely terrible. She ain't what she used to be. She can't dance the way she used to be. She's skinny. She used to be thick. And now she's looking old around the neck. You're like, dang, that's terrible. Then you click on their profile and you're like, oh, you're 400 pounds with 30 followers. Dang. Why are you so mad? That's how it always be. It'll be some terrible weirdo. It'll be some ghost account where you're like, why are you following 3,000 people and then 10 people following you? Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? So you can't let it bother you. But I don't necessarily want to be famous. Nah. But I do want our podcast to be the #1 show for getting through the ups and downs of life, and every single person know about it because everybody needs it.
Well, I'm working on it.
We got enough of the come take my 5-step course. We got enough of that. We got enough of people, you know what I mean, kissing images on Instagram like everything's good. Like, we got enough of that. We got enough of y'all wearing Fashion Nova. Love you, Fashion Nova. No disrespect. It's enough of that. We got enough of the same thing. You know what I mean? Can we be ourselves out here? You know what I mean? Can somebody call me and talk about the fact that you had some cookies last night and I had some cookies last night? Can somebody call me and tell me that it's okay that I lost the fight last night and made me a plate at 11:40 at night?
Speaking of food, I'm hangry. Like, I'm drifting away.
Oh, I need to wrap this up. Wait, man.
The nerdy talking about cookies and snacks.
I know. All right, we can't get out of here.
2 days. Oh, let me not say.
You can say whatever you want.
Well, no, because it's going to drop in January.
That's all right.
All right. Well, I got 2 days.
So I guess that means we're going to go eat.
We need to.
But yo, listen, if it's your first time listening to our podcast, or if you've been following us from the beginning, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Make sure you follow the Dex and Randi Show on all platforms that have podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You can find us on YouTube, The Dex and Randi Show, on Instagram, The Dex and Randi Show. You can see clips and things that we drop on TikTok. Follow us on The Dex and Randi Show. And stick with us as you watch us grow in 2025. We're so excited about where our show is going. We love having y'all. Ain't nobody else on the internet, on Instagram or anything else being as transparent and real about things as we are. Like, seriously. Stay with us. Follow the journey. I'm about to go feed Randy. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go feed Randy. But make sure you follow the Dex and Randi Show. We love y'all. Make sure you follow the Dex and Randi Show on all platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, on YouTube. Let us know what you're going through. This is the #1 show for going through the ups and downs of life. We want to hear from you, engage with you. Till next time, peace.